around the US. Maybe that's just in everybody's swag bags. Like, here's 3 free months on this, whatever, and 2 codes to give to your friends or something like that. There's ways that they can make it work, but knowing Games Workshop, they're not going to.
Do you think, and this is a theory I have. So let me throw you out my theory, and you tell me if you think
Okay.
it's valid.
Throw it.
So when I look at the Games Workshop pipeline of like let's say head office people that work at their head office, right? Um, Basically, and actually, I this is similar to something that Rob Symes, Honest Wargamer, said, but it's kind of the opposite. But hear me out for a sec. The people that make it into Games Workshop head office as say a product manager, as say a studio head, are already drinking the Games Workshop Kool-Aid. So the whole Games
Yeah.
Workshop, because of the way that they hire people for Games Workshop, they self-select. It's like a hiring process where it self-selects for the most rabid, fervent, kind of brainwashed employees. And so what happens, and this is my theory, is that in that whole ivory tower down in Nottingham, every employee from bottom to top, except maybe like a few like bean counters, anyone that's in the making these kinds of like marketing decisions, design decisions, they're probably so brainwashed to the point where they don't think that anything that Games Workshop does is a bad decision. Everything is awesome, exciting, evocative to them. And anytime Games Workshop proposes something, because everyone's been self-selected to be this like super positive, happy-go-lucky, agreeable, like yes, awesome, amazing, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's the personality that they curate in that office building in Nottingham. And so as a result of that, I don't think there's anyone in that room that's making these decisions that thinks it's a bad idea because someone suggests it, like let's say the head distribution guy suggests it, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's so awesome! Wow, like we love it!" Blah blah blah. And they're the whole pipeline of employee from the guy that stocks the boxes to the guy that's working in the design studio to the guy that's making these marketing decisions to the community team. They've all been self-selected to basically be lemmings, complete, and that's not their fault. Like right, like they were selected into
No,
those roles and brought into those roles because of how bought in they are that Games Workshop cannot do any wrong and everything that they do is great and it's amazing and it's awesome. And so as a result of that, what you have is this ecosystem of people where I bet you there's very little critical there's a very little critical approach to when Games Workshop makes a decision, a business decision. There's probably very little resistance or very little pushback or very little people being like, "Hey, this is actually really dumb. This is a bad business decision.
mhm.
This is stupid. We should not do this." Because everyone there is so they've been self-selected and they've been curated to all be kind of yes men, hype men, excited. Wow, yeah, we got to do it. It's awesome. Games Workshop, love it, blah, blah, blah. And so you have this whole
Yeah.
ecosystem of decision makers who all have this like super happy, positive, Games Workshop can do no wrong attitude. And you get stuff like this. None of them can see past their own like echo chamber. Everyone, they're all just all agreeing
Uh,
with each other and saying how great everything is and how amazing they are. And no one's coming in and saying, hey guys, actually, this is a really awful idea. Here's why. Do you think that's do you think that's possible, or do you think there actually is people that are like, no, guys, this is fucking dumb, and then they just get overruled by poor people that are not smart?
so
Because that's the only
yeah,
other thing I
I
can think
don't
of.
think I don't think I don't think you're far off the mark really all that much, and I don't even think it stops at just head office. Like I've met a fair amount of different GW locations, store managers and stuff that are all the same, like same sort of thing, like live, breathe, die, whatever GW puts out. Some of the staff too,
Right.
and I also know people that have left the company for that reason from fairly big roles. Uh,
Well, that's the thing. So like, I think at the store manager level,
there's
you still probably get a little bit of independence because like they're not in Nottingham, right?
agreed,
But
yeah,
here, and
but
I'll give you a really good example. I watched like the tail end, like, I think 15 minutes of the hobby, it's like the Warhammer TV hobby chat today. And
yeah,
they were talking about like their favorite colors. And I get that they're like, it's a Games Workshop channel, so they can only talk about Games Workshop stuff. But it dawned on me as I think Louise Sujin, who's like the new hobby presenter, and she's great. Like I love her energy. She's an awesome painter, so I think she's awesome.
mhm,
But she was kind of going through the colors that she liked, and it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, I bet you she has never ever bought a single paint from a company that is not Games Workshop. I bet she's never used in her life a brush or a paint from a company not Games Workshop. It hit me as I was watching, and I was like, that is so. And I think that's very typical for a lot of people in this hobby, that they're so like um insulated inside that ecosystem where they buy Games Workshop paints, they buy Games Workshop glue, they buy Games Workshop tape measures and dice, and they play in Games Workshop stores, and they like that. It's such a like insulated ecosystem that it's like, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot of people like that, and those are the people that end up being in the decision-making roles at Games Workshop headquarters.
Well, here's an example, right? Look at Duncan, right? He was the face of Warhammer Paint. I don't know if you follow Duncan on Twitter. He doesn't post much about GW anymore. Like, as soon as his thing was done, dude was historical stuff, using Army Painter products, using secret weapon stuff, like all this other things. So it's like he was just handicapped this whole time, right? Like, obviously, you're making paint videos for a company you work for that has those products, so you have to market those. But as soon as that little I'm attached to GW thing was gone, it was like, nope, I'm going to use what I like and what I actually believe in.
Yeah.
And if someone who was the paint guy for so long doesn't use the products that he used forever to show us all how to paint, it's kind of.
Well, I mean,
weird.
I think that, I mean, when you look at someone like Duncan or Rob, like Rob eventually left because he was too much of an independent thinker. Like those independent thinkers like Rob Symes, the Honest Wargamer, they don't make it. They don't, because they can't survive in that ecosystem. Like, you have to be a certain type. You have to be a certain kind of personality to make it and to succeed and thrive. And you have to be basically a person that is like lives with a Games Workshop can do no wrong attitude, and that nothing they do is bad. Oh. All right, Michael, it's been an hour and a half. I think that's going to be it. So any final thoughts to our audience? I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know I kind of went a bit. I'm like sweating right now. I'm like, I don't even tell. I'm like starting to.
Yeah,
I'm all fired
too. Up. My AC is broken, so hopefully the audio wasn't as horrific.
I'll figure it out. It can't be anything worse than David Koska's recorded with me. So
that's true.
Love you, David, if you're listening.
Podcast Discord group chat playing out of my speakers, also recording into my own microphone. So, have fun.
I will.
It's nice to rant about
stupid. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see you again on the channel. I do appreciate you. Let me see if anyone joined the Discord channel. Hey, I had 2 people. No, 1 person. 2 people.
Hey,
people join the Discord. So guys, don't forget we have a Discord. So go join. There's nothing happening there, but there will be in the future some exciting stuff. All right.
Posted in comfort.
Oh, Chris, you just missed everything. So sorry, but that's the Best Overall Show, episode 10. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment or put the thumbs down and say how much you fucking hate it. Or give me 1 star or give me 5 stars. I don't really care, but give me some stars. My name is Jim Vessel. This has been the Best Overall Show. And Michael, thanks again for coming on, and we'll talk to everyone later.